Everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
Despite a rookie season cut short with a torn Achilles, D'Onta Foreman showed flashes of being a big-time running back in the NFL. In college, he looked like a runaway freight train, a big guy that not many people wanted to get in front of. That didn't change in the NFL. Once he got a little bit of room and started to rumble, people had to make business decisions in the secondary.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Rusko. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Foreman. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but it's going to be 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's third down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get it back in form.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Offer play action, Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
55, 80, first down.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, he'll take This from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. On second down, Foreman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Check.
On first down, Darnold. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Foreman. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go, let's bring it.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't think you got it, son. Slam.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Darnold. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second down and 10, Darnold. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. No.
Darnold now to throw. That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are...
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check tight end, check tight. Check red 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Back to throw, Darnold. Got an open man to the right, that's Wesco. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Darnold on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here's the Bills offense. Now they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He finds Humphreys. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now on 2nd and 13, Allen making the catch is Sternberger. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's complete. It's Bell. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The Bills send the punter out, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Darnold completes it, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Let's get in there. Joker, lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Check 55. Ready? Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here's Darnold. Open man here is Gentry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll go with Foreman into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
To throw on second and 10. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Mike, 53.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Doxson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They run again with Foreman. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4th down.
Now Foreman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Foreman. And brought down, but able able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So it's a victory here.